Speaking of which, it just occurred to me, but since we've recorded last, Kingdom Hearts 3 has been announced.
Yes, it has. And hopefully it will be
unfortunately
incredible.
it will be coming out on the Xbox One.
Yeah, also, which we don't care about, and neither should you.
You can unmute the TV.
Okay.
No, yeah.
Well, let's start really now.
Woo! Kingdom Hearts 3! Kingdom Hearts 3! Why can't I jump faster? Anyway.
Can you make a visible reaction for it being on the Xbox One as well?
Oh, yeah, wait. Kingdom Hearts 3! Kingdom Hearts... Xbox One.
When they announced it, they were like, it was at the Sony press conference. I thought it was going to be exclusive, like it should be.
Like it has been for the past?
Ever.
Well, except for like
for the
Dream
past
Drop
eternity.
Distance and
yeah, Dream Drop Distance 358 over 2 days.
And
Chain of Memories, Chain of Memories, not the
was on the Game Boy Advance.
Yay, Sabor.
Oh,
it's the tiger.
Sorry, I'm in the process of, I don't know, we just kind of started this episode randomly, so I just wanted to make sure box is green, we're recording, audio is going.
You're leaving that in, by the way.
What?
You're not cutting that thing you just said out.
Oh, no.
Okay,
No,
we want to make sure that
this is
we're back,
organic internet.
It's organic.
Frozen turkeys all the way.
Yep, no frozen turkeys here.
And say, you don't know it because I've been parsing out our backlog like over the past 2 weeks, but we haven't recorded for
in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And the last thing we recorded was Josh playing for like 10 minutes before your grandfather showed up.
Oh yeah.
Before they shooed me out to talk about the ending of BioShock, which we have fleshed out quite enough.
Yes, we have.
I literally
have that particular thought.
I literally just uploaded that episode this morning.
You mean that like 10 minutes?
Well, actually, it was 23.
I'm gonna go heal first.
Really?
So yeah, we
actually played that much.
Yeah, but we were lost. We didn't actually do anything in that 23.
That was Josh jumping on the vines and trying to swing on
those
places. Yeah. And then Jake showed up.
That was me doing what I was about to do before I had to make sure where I was
Jake
going.
Showed up.
Oh wait. Let me go get
one of the multitude of Jakes.
Oh yeah, that's a joke that in my family, for reasons I won't explain, just everyone's nickname becomes Jake. Just like
my mom, when I told my mother about that, she was like, "This is gonna be really confusing."
Say
Jake and have like 10 people turn around.
My granddad goes as Jake. I've got an uncle that sometimes goes by Jake.
Your dad?
My dad doesn't. But I have been known to answer to Jake just because I'm so used to it referring to people in my family. I'll hear Jake and be like, "Who are they talking about?"
What you talking about, Jake?
Yeah, what are you talking about, Jake?
Yes, all this.
Yeah.
That's right. We were swinging from vines, Josh trying to get all over the place for like 20 minutes, and then
not getting anywhere. Yeah.
I'm sure it's a very. Luckily, we had very interesting.
Ovarian.
I'm sure it's ovarian, but something about ovaries.
I'm sure it's ovarian, but we don't really get into that.
Okay, Donald and Goofy.
I was just listening to about ovarian cancer on a podcast.
What the hell podcast?
It was a science podcast.
Well, that was a cheery science podcast.
Well, I mean, it was about like a treatment for it or
fungus.
The evil fungus.
Mm-hmm.
So
evil, malevolent, cancer-hating fungus.
So just to fill you all in, Josh and Aaron have been playing a lot of Last of Us. I haven't yet, just because
he's backlogged anyway.
I've been too busy editing these videos. No.
Such excuses.
Yeah, I just haven't.
Oh my god, I found my way.
Whatever. I'm not even going to say anything.
I don't know, I thought we were here last time too.
We were.
You get to fight all those clackers. I know they're called clackers.
You know, I hate
Play The Last of Us. It's not like the game of ever, like people are making it sound, but it's pretty good.
I'll probably pick it up at some point.
Like, if the aggregate score on Metacritic is 95, and that's from like 70 different reviews.
Really?
That really speaks volumes.
So,
pretty good.
But it's fun, right? I've heard.
can be a bit slogging at times.
Okay.
Like
I've
any of the Uncharted games had that problem at times.
So I've heard some people thought it might be
Salvage
a little survival horror-ish.
Yeah, it is kind of survival
It is.
horror-ish.
But apparently the tone changes at some point, I'm told, and it becomes more like Uncharted. So
I got to that point.
Lots of shooting.
I can deal
Lots
with
of
that.
shooting, lots of people that you're shooting instead of like the random infected people that don't have intelligence.
They said the game, like somebody said the game clocked in from like 18 to 20 hours. I'm not getting that sense.
That's a long game.
Really?
I mean,
I'm at like 9, and I think I'm like halfway. So yeah, that's about right.
I'll say for Uncharted, I'm trying to think how long
Uncharted was like 10 or 12.
Yeah, Uncharted's pretty short.
And you know, I realize lots of people get freaked out about game length. I can appreciate a short game.
I can appreciate a long game. No, I can appreciate a well-paced, lengthy
Yes.
game. See, and that's the thing. If The Last of Us is well-paced, and it's a good game, I could play a good game forever. Then there's like Bioshock Infinite, which was like 9 or 10 hours, and it was over already. I'm like, what happened?
And made no sense.
Well, we're not...
Sorry.
Yes.
I just have to say
Anyway.
that every time Bioshock is mentioned.
Yes, anyway.
Say, for the record, I liked the game, but yeah, the ending was
Stupid.
bad.
I hate this stairway. Oh,
Come
there
on.
we go.
Yes, you can do it, Sora. We believe... Not really.
Yeah, not really.
You believe in your dorky clown shoes?
We believe in in Josh, but not you, Sora.
We believe in the person that you will become in Kingdom Hearts 2. Haley Joel Osment after puberty.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, Sora isn't awesome until
Until he hits puberty and
Until
goes
he
through.
becomes a man. Ish.
I think it's that.
One, yeah, you gotta jump out of one of those.
Or it could be like 3 where he's still not a Keyblade Master somehow.
Fine, it's the other one.
What do you mean about it?
Guys, get off.
Oh, do we get to murder Donald again?
What?
It's become a running theme of us
Nope.
murdering Donald.
And he got murdered.
I was
Murdered.
if we do it again, it's gonna become a oh my gosh, he killed Kenny. It's gonna become oh my gosh, we killed Donald
Oh shit,
You
again.
bastard. What?
I missed.
I see that.
I didn't. I forgot that other one was that far away.
Oh, good.
What?
So it's just called... I believe the phrase is artificially lengthened.
No.
No, this is perfectly naturally lengthened. We're
This is organic lengthening.
AKA Josh fucked up, and now we need to do it again.
Say, I can't remember who.
AKA whoops my bad.
That's why I said I need to get the I would get the Elgato so I could like play all the games that I know either be interested in or just don't want to sit through. That would be why I would get my own device and work independently by myself.
Oh come on, whatever. I don't think I need to do that anyway.
Say, there's got to be another way over there, because that's a really long jump.
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't have glide yet.
Not important.
Do you learn glide or do you find it?
You learn it.
I mean, say,
What level?
Peter Pan. Go figure, right?
say, I know what you mean, and I've considered like like you know maybe there's some game I'll do a let's play of by myself, but I'm not nearly funny enough.
Oh, you mean like Halo Reach?
Well,
I know.
Yeah.
See, it's funny because I'm looking around our channel. I'm at home and I'm looking at our channel and I'm like, huh?
Oops.
Like I thought somebody like hacked our account because all of a sudden there's these Halo Reach videos on there. I'm like, I don't remember doing any Halo Reach videos and like Generation Gap. I was like, what?
I mentioned Generation Gap to you before.
You did, but you didn't say you were actually doing it or had done it, and then all of a sudden it was there.
Because at the time we hadn't. It was just an idea that was floating around. So it'll be interesting to see if there are any
his
more
ass.
generation gaps. 'Cause
Is it a much sought after segment? What was the popularity?
it's
Non-existent? I mean, like the rest of our...
yeah, the same as the rest of our videos.
Damn it. Every time.
It's not one of the 5 videos that actually has a lot of views.
think there's there's 5 that have a lot of views. I thought there was something like 2.
Oh well, okay, yeah. Relatively speaking, there's
Avatar.
Avatar is our over 100. Then we have the 100th special is right under 50. We won't break 50. We'll just
We
be
refuse to break
49.
We can't do it ourselves, which means we can't just go and not give a view.
No.
Although I would say probably about 5 or 6 of those views are me. Just because I actually find the video entertaining.
With Bioshock.
Yeah.
But so go check.
I'll go home and watch it 7 times.
So go check out my really embarrassing generation gaps because it's me playing a co-op game with my mother. It's funny, trust me. Thank you, Clayton.
I'm a hunter, not a researcher. I could tell that from your shotgun.
Especially keep an eye on the last like 2 or 3 episodes when when we get to the part where Bungie retcons a bunch of their own backstory and I go kind of crazy pulling
Or
it
at least
apart.
you think so.
Or I think so. Yeah, there are multiple interpretations of the ending of the game. My interpretation was that they just took their own backstory and threw it in the garbage.
Like what? Like what happened? Like what besides
Alright.
Cortana?
Well, Cortana was the big thing. That like if Cortana is what I thought they were saying she was, then it like rips out half of the Halo lore.
Why?
Okay, so
Go ahead.
spoilers for Halo Reach.
If you haven't played Halo Reach
Yeah.
by now, you got problems.
Go watch that
Or if you
video.
haven't played it by now and you wanted to,
All right, and I've got to preface this that I was a big Halo fan, so I read the novels.
you were a big Halo fan.
I still like.
You were a Halo fan. You may not be a big Halo fan anymore.
I like the original trilogy, and I've read at least the first wave of novels. I haven't read any of the most
You
recent
have to go
stuff.
back to the again.
But okay, so in normal Halo backstory, Cortana is a human-made AI designed by Dr. Halsey, the same person who created the Spartan program, and Cortana became the Spartan program's AI. And and she's the one who actually chose Master Chief as like the best Spartan and chose to partner up with him. So that's the backstory, essentially. And if you read the books, there's a bunch of things about how the book's explanation of how Halo happens is that she investigates a Forerunner structure with Chief. She finds coordinates for Halo, downloads them, and when the Pillar of Autumn is escaping Reach, she plugs those coordinates in to the random quote-unquote jump they're supposed to do, and that's how we discover Halo. So in Reach, you play as this other team of Spartans. So my first problem with Reach is Spartans are supposed to be these elite warrior monk kind of people. They're like,
because they've been like training to be these warriors since they were like 8 years old.
Exactly. And in Reach, we get to apparently see the less effective Spartans of Noble Team who bicker amongst each other, talk back to authority, and are just annoying people for the most part.
Wow, I was gonna say, doesn't that completely you're right, contradicts.
It's like, especially there's the one female Spartan that's not your player character, because you can play as either a male or a female in that one. But the one female character, Kat, is the most annoying back-talking sass. She kind of reminds me of, how we were talking about Michelle Rodriguez, in that she always plays a character with a constant attitude problem. Kat is that kind of person.
Watch the sass, Captain Sassy.
So the description for this episode is watch Josh run in circles while Matt complains about Halo Reach. So they messed up that part of the Spartans. They also had to really weaken the Spartans because, spoiler alert, they all die. So in order to...
I was going to say, Master Chief, took on a whole invasion by himself.
Well, the whole deal is Master Chief's supposed to be the last
tip of the
Spartan.
top.
He's the final surviving member. And I remember in the books, when a Spartan died, it was a big deal. Like, something really had to go wrong for a Spartan to die.
Spartans are
Like
fucking
Chewie got hit
race.
by a moon big.
Yes, exactly. Usually, if a Spartan died, they were
It's because
sacrificed.
whatever planet they were on blew up or something.
Yeah, or they sacrificed themselves to save all the other Spartans.
Because they didn't bicker amongst each other and were actually like symbiotic.
So the best Spartan in this game was the first one to die, because there's that old saying, the best of them never make it out. The best Spartan in that game literally killed himself blowing up a huge Covenant-like battleship. And he was the
That
best
seems like
one
a
there.
fitting way for a Spartan to die.
That was a fitting way, as opposed to other methods. For example, one Spartan just gets randomly sniped out of nowhere.
Oh,
You're
fine.
just running along and suddenly she's like, oh darn, we lost one.
Cat?
Oh darn, one
Sorry.
of our elite
Yeah,
members just fell down on the
I gave it
sidewalk.
away with she. Oh, it's so funny if you watch the end of the New Alexandria level, when Cat dies, I have the most unsympathetic, like, well, you shouldn't have been back-talking so much. If you'd run a little faster, instead of complaining, you would have avoided that shot.
If you'd have worked on your conditioning, you wouldn't have been shot by that sniper.
But yeah, she dies that way. Actually, one of the Spartans does kind of just go away, so you're not sure if he lived or died. Then your commanding officer, he's flying you. He's flying one of the Pelicans, and not in between while the level is loading. When the level starts, he's already been shot randomly, and is all like, "Okay, I'm dying, so you have to complete the mission." And the funny part about that one is he makes you jump out of the Pelican because he thinks he's about to get blown up. He actually flies around for another like 20 minutes, perfectly fine, before anything else happens to him. And
Makes sense.
well, say he ended up sacrificing himself. He flew the Pelican into one of those scarabs that was blocking your path. So that was somewhat cool, but it was stupid how he was like, "Quick, jump out before I blow up," and then nothing happens. It's like, you could have just flown us the rest of the way there.
Like, wait, it's dangerous. An hour later, oh shit, now it's dangerous.
The last guy, he was kind of stupid. He just got swarmed by a bunch of elites, and one of them stabbed him in the back. And then your character, literally stabs him in the back.
Literally, figuratively stabs him in the back.
I was say your commanding officer guy was just lame in that he gets shot before the level even starts. You just start the level and he's like, "I'm bleeding now, go." Yeah.
What the fuck are we doing? Are we just looking for that leopard?
Well, yes and no. The leopard popping out means apparently I'm going the right way, but I swear I've already killed him here. So I'm supposed to be able to go into that tent at some point and progress the story, but every time I do, the story has not been progressing.
So do I need to look up?
Maybe if I'm missing something, I don't know what it is at this point.
All right, quick! I'll I'll try to look it up and talk about Halo Reach more to distract the audience.
No, okay, I think I remember what you're supposed to do.
Oh, good, because I think
Anyway, anything else?
Alright, so the big thing was Cortana. So at very near the end of the game, you find out the reason that they're invading Reach is because there is an ancient Forerunner structure in the ice caps. And your team is essentially at the last minute told, "Hey, this is here, you need to get there before the Covenant do." And so it turns out Dr. Halsey's been studying this thing and is on the verge of cracking its secrets. So you go there, and here's where you see Cortana, and you're like, "Oh, this is how we're gonna play in that these guys met Cortana for some reason." What Halsey says, and this is as direct a quote as I can do from memory, is that this is an ancient structure filled with knowledge, with Forerunner knowledge, and this AI is the custodian of it. Period. Now, when I heard that, I said, "What? Cortana is not a Forerunner AI. That is not her backstory." Now, other people are trying to say, oh, it just means that she was studying the data and downloading it, and so it's not real. But that is not what the in-game cutscene implies. And further, it goes on this whole deal that, oh, Cortana chose you, your player character, as the one Spartan that could deliver her safely to the Pillar of Autumn so that Halo can happen. Which is a direct contradiction to the beginning, to what happens in the books. And also, the beginning of Halo 3, where Cortana gives a long speech about why she chose Master Chief as her Spartan. If Reach is anything to go by, apparently Master Chief was just the sloppy leftovers after all the other Spartans died.
Which saying that, considering that all the rest of them died, Chief would be pretty much the best one, because considering all that he's done versus the nothing that the other ones did.
Well, I say, and this was what I joke about this a couple times in the Reach episodes, is this game means one of two things. Either Master Chief is the most awesome Spartan ever, because these guys suck, or
these guys suck.
Or these guys are the worst Spartans ever, why am I stuck with them? So it's just this weird of the Spartans were built up so high, either these guys are the bottom of the barrel, or the Spartans aren't that good and Master Chief is just the one guy that really worked. And which, if you read the novels, Chief has a whole team of really awesome people who all die in, ways more fitting of
a Spartan, like a Green Beret, basically.
Yeah. And actually, even in the books, there actually are a few other Spartans that survive, but they kind of fade into obscurity. They end up being missing in action, and just, you never see them again. Because it was funny, in the book, there's actually supposed to be a second Spartan on the Pillar of Autumn, but she was, in critical condition. So they froze her because she was about to die. And so theoretically she...
Oh my god, it's like, Victor Freeze's
I was going to say, which frozen person are you going for?
I was trying to remember her first name. She does have a first name.
Can you talk to her?
Yeah, maybe.
You're kind of hot. I know I said this before, but... Is this new?
I'm not sure.
This is stellar. So if we record this again, we're just going to superimpose this conversation. I'm just going to put the... What the hell?
Wait, I think I actually need Tarzan.
Whatever.
Oh, that's not as hard as you, apparently. Not what I tried to do.
Okay, so those are my problems with Halo Reach. Go watch the video. The last episode during the credits, I go on a long diatribe about exactly the same thing.
But for those of you who aren't interested in
Halo Reach.
Yes, we're just watching this. We've injected Halo Reach.
Now you've got Tarzan, you can't mess with the slides anymore.
Come on.
Oh, this is beautiful.
What?
We broke Kingdom Hearts!
We broke it.
Try exiting and coming back in.
We broke it. And if Clayton's not there, I know we're... Oh, we figured it out. No, wait, no we didn't. I don't know. That looked like a longer loading time than it usually is.
Why?
Okay, fine.
Try talking to her one more time. Maybe she'll repeat the conversation. Otherwise, we're going to have to reload from...
No, otherwise, I think that might have just been... I think I had all the slides that I had right now, but I didn't have the right one.
Oh, you've got to find more? Oh...